So we're here in our media department break room.
Mm-hmm.
And with, what is your full name?
My full name is Juan Diego Martinez Biafara.
Juan Diego Martinez
Biafara.
Biafra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to be a hard name.
That's long.
Biafra. All right.
Yeah.
And let's see. What have you done so far this afternoon?
Well, this afternoon,
Briefly, just in general. What were you doing this afternoon?
classes. Then getting to Koinonia to get some free coffee and
Okay. Wait, that was this morning.
yeah.
Classes, coffee. What about at work today?
At
so
work.
Far?
Well, I'm working on a project about it's an update video about a ministry. So how to think about it, and yeah, I also have to talk with my team to ask them for help because it's a big project, so I need all of them. So yeah.
Okay. So a video project. Okay. All right. So we have 5 minutes.
All right.
Tell me where you're from, and then tell me when did you? How old were you when you?
I'm 21.
Okay, you're 21, and then but like I guess let's see here. Let's start with these 3 things.
All right.
Where did you grow up? When did you come to know the Lord? And did you grow up in a family that is Christian?
All right. So I grew up in Colombia.
Okay.
And that's where I born originally. So yeah, I'm from there. The person who involved me with the Lord was my mom. Actually, she told me about Jesus Christ, the love of God, the what He did for us in the cross, and that's how I came to know the Lord. That was through her, and yeah, that's all I said about it. And
Okay.
the last thing, who was?
Well, how old were you when you were saved?
Well, I remember since I was 5 years old, my mom started that process of me knowing the Lord and to love Him and respect Him and serve Him in general. So,
was there any moment that you were like, yes, I know I want to follow Jesus?
yeah, I realized that when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
So I was more conscious about myself and how salvation works, more conscious about me being Christian. So I came to accept the Lord truly at 8 years old.
Okay.
I get baptized at 12. So
okay. All right. What kind of involvement did you have at church during your teenage years?
most of that was classes about leadership, and I also was involved in the ministry of Awansa.
Yeah, Awana. Okay.
So yeah, I started as a student, and then I finished as a leader.
Oh, wow.
Because my church had that program, so
Okay.
I started growing up in that process.
Okay. And then you became a leader. Okay. Interesting. What other ways did you end up serving or helping others? And I guess I would say, why did you decide you wanted to come study at a Bible college?
That's interesting. But let me tell you about something first. As you know, I'm in the missions emphasis, and that was because of my mom also. She's a missionary. And yeah, that's how I love missions. That was for her. And I feel like I choose this seminary to come here and study here because I wanted to be ready, like truly ready to the missions and for the purposes of God in general. So yeah, I see the seminary as a good place to learn. They have some good classes, and yeah, it's a blessing. So yeah, that's the focus, the main point. I want to be super ready for the ministry.
Okay. And for missions.
and for missions also.
Okay. So your mom serves as a missionary?
She's not serving right now,
Okay.
but we were part of, it's called SIM Ecuador,
Yeah.
when we were in Ecuador. So
Okay.
we were there serving with SIM and the church that we were going. So we organized mission trips to Ecuador in general with medicine and healthcare. And through that, we share the gospel with the people.
Okay. So to keep it short and wrap it up now, I think we could go way more into that story right there. There's a bunch more stories about moving to Ecuador, being a missionary, your family. Okay, but to wrap it up and bring us to an end, for now, what has been your favorite missions class so far, since your emphasis is missions? And then how much more time do you have before you graduate?
Okay, so I'll graduate in 1 year.
Okay.
That'll be December 25.
Okay.
And my favorite class, it's Religions of the World,
Ah.
who Cesar Garduño is teaching right now, I guess.
Yeah, world religions. That's the class I'm taking right now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I really like that class. They give you a lot of info about every religion and how sometimes we confuse and we say, okay, this is good. But if we look in a deep way, we can see that there's a mix of religions. So, yeah, that's my favorite one. And I also like the trip that you guys are going to have to Houston.
Yeah.
Going to the temples and all this stuff. But
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. I've never been in a Hindu or Buddhist temple. I've been in a mosque before, but that will be interesting as well. So,
yeah, that'll be cool.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Juancho. Thank you for sharing with me a little bit. Hey, you may have noticed that this episode was a little bit different. This last testimony you just heard. In fact, you're going to hear 2 more short podcast testimonies. And it's an idea I've had for a little while, doing many episodes, many testimonies, not to replace our long testimonies that we'll keep on doing, but maybe another day of the week, go out and record a student on campus somewhere and real brief, just what's your story? How did you come here? How were you saved? Something like that. Let me know what you think. For today, you'll hear, well, there was the testimony you just heard, plus 2 more that are coming up right now, short, mini ones. And then we'll, Lord willing, continue on next week with our regular testimonies. But let me know if you want to keep hearing, in addition to our normal episodes, a mini podcast once a week. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy the next 2 stories. Okay, so where are we right now?
We are at the office.
The office? Your office?
This is my office. Yeah. I don't know the name of the building, actually.
The
It's
Great
Great Commission
Center.
It's my first time. It's like my first month here.
Yes.
So,
technically your second month.
yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
And
my
we're in the
second.
middle of like 1, 2, 3, 4 offices right here.
Yep.
And this is like more like the academic spaces,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Around us. But what's your job? You don't work for academics.
No, I work on social media team. I'm part of the social media team. We try to like post on Instagram and Facebook about what is happening here in the seminary. That's what I do.
Very good. I'm thankful for that.
Okay, and I'm thankful about you and your team.
So, and that's something you did before you came here.
Yeah, when my husband and I, when we were in Argentina, we used to work on that. Like we had, because we don't have it anymore. We had a small company. It was like a small business. It was just the 2 of us working on that. It was called Somos Fans. Because
It's called what?
Somos fans.
Somos
fans. Like
fans.
we are fans.
Ah, we are fans.
Yeah, we
All
are
right.
fans. It was like a mix of Spanish and English
Oh,
because we
nice.
used to work with American companies, and it was great actually. We really enjoyed it.
Cool. Okay, so now we know you're from Argentina.
Yep, we
But
are.
we haven't heard your full name yet. What is your name?
My name is Sol Agustina Palacio. Had 2
Sol
names.
Agustina Palacio.
Yep,
All right. Agustina is your second name?
my second name, but I don't use it actually.
Okay. And Palacios is your last name.
Yeah.
Well, what about your other last name?
Oh, my husband's last name.
Yeah, okay.
But in Argentina, it's not common. Like we don't use our
You don't use your husband's
No,
last name.
no.
But don't you normally have two last names?
no. But it is common, but I only have one.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
just one.
Is that part of your story?
Yeah, it's like my mom didn't want to put her last name on her children, so it was just like that. Yep.
That's more like how we do it in the United States a little bit.
Yeah, but like when I was little, like people didn't put their two last names
Uh-huh.
because they children had two names.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays it's like the kids had only one name and two last names.
Huh.
Like it
Interesting.
changed. I don't know
Okay.
why, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
Well, actually, when my parents named it, it's fine. Like
When they named you?
yeah, they only picked one name, Sol. But when they went to the
Birth registry?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, registry?
I don't even know in Spanish. When they went there, they were like, okay, no, you can't.
Just have two names.
No, you can't name her Sol because it's considered like non-binary, no-binario.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's in Spanish it's El Sol.
Okay.
So they had to put another
name.
name on me because of that.
Okay.
It's crazy.
All right. Okay, so let's get to your life now.
Okay,
All right, so you grew up, you're from Argentina?
I'm from
You
Argentina.
grew up in Argentina?
Yep.
Okay, so we got
in
that.
Buenos Aires.
Okay, very good. Buenos Aires? Is that the capital?
Yep, it is.
Oh, okay, so a big city.
It is a big city.
All right. So what I want to know now is, did you grow up in a Christian family? And when did you come to know Jesus?
Okay. Yes,
In the short version.
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian family. Well, my mom was Christian, my dad wasn't.
Okay.
But we were a Christian family.
Okay.
I
So
can-
you went to church?
Yeah, I went to church since I'm in my mom. Like I was very, very small and very little. But all the time, like growing up, I thought like God was my mom's God, right? It's like I believed in God. I used to believe in Him. It's like I had a kind of like a relationship with Him, but it was when I turned like 12 or 11 or 12 that I realized that God was my mom's God, and I felt alone, like really alone.
Wow.
By that time, my dad left us, so it was kind of hard, like growing up without a father. So, but it was like, okay, God is my father, but I'm not living that, And when I was 12, I was very sad. I was lost, but nobody knows because. Like I was always smiling, and I was a good girl. Actually, I was a really good girl.
Yeah.
I didn't get into any trouble. I was good, but I felt so alone. But when I turned 12, I went to a Christian camp,
Okay.
and they talked about identity
Oh.
and about God being a father for us.
What was the name of the camp? Do you remember?
Oh, I know. I don't remember.
Okay,
because
so
it was
but it was
like
a Christian
it was
camp.
from the church. Yep.
It was a
Yep.
church camp, and they talked about our identity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, my eyes were wide open. It was like, wow. It's like it was kind of like weird because I did know about that, but it was in that time that I realized that, like I felt like God was my father too.
Wow.
Not only my mom's father, but my father. My husband used to say, like everyone used to say, like God doesn't have grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
He
Doesn't
has to
have grandchildren.
grandchildren. And that became like real for me. And it was I came back
So that was when you were 12?
Yep.
Okay.
I came back from that camp, and from the minute I entered to my house, I went into my room, I shut the door, and I started playing the piano because I played the piano. and I played the piano, and I started to cry. And I was crying and crying, and in that moment, God became my God.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so that's when you were 12.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
25.
25. Okay, so we need the really, really short version of how did God move you from 12 years old and having a father to traveling all the way to another country to go to Bible college.
Okay, since I am a teenager, I used to work at church. Like I've always been very active at church, and I knew from that moment that I wanted to be like a person, like entire person to God. And I got married with my husband Sandy, and since we met each other, we knew that, like, since we were like a couple, and then when we got married, we knew that we wanted to be like to serve God. It's fine, okay, to serve God. So we did serve God at the church, but when we, like last November, we traveled here to the U.S. and we went to a church. It actually is Santi's uncle church.
Okay.
And there we spent a couple of hours with some teenagers and young adults and young people. And we were talking and playing, but when the time came where they had to talk about their feelings and about God, they changed their language. First, they were speaking in Spanish, but when the time came where they had to speak like about their feelings, they changed to English. And it was like, okay, we don't know this culture. This culture where they are Americans, but their parents are Latins. So it was crazy for us. It was a shock for us. And in that moment, we realized that we were not prepared enough.
Okay.
And so we started to search some colleges and schools that offers like English and the Bible.
Okay.
The study of Bible and English.
So does that mean you're here with the bilingual ministry?
Not me, my husband.
Ah, okay.
Because he doesn't speak any English.
All right.
I try to,
Yeah.
but my husband doesn't.
Okay.
So I'm here to the, I don't know in English the name exactly, like Educación Cristiana.
Christian education.
Okay, what?
The Christian education emphasis.
Yep, and my husband.
Santiago is doing the bilingual
ministries.
Okay,
Yep.
And you just started.
Yeah, it's our, well, you said like our second month.
Second month, first semester.
Yep.
You have 3.5 more years to go.
Yeah, it's crazy that it has been 2 years, 2 months actually. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We felt like yesterday we were in Argentina, and now we are here with all of you. It's crazy, but
All
God
right.
is amazing.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing a few minutes.
Of course.
And
Thank
in another, the years will fly by.
Yeah,
And then we'll
it
sit
will.
down and have another conversation.
Yeah, I would love that.
All right.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, this is stories for you and also for others, so share with your friends. My name is Jennifer Rodriguez, I'm from El Salvador, and this is Between Brothers.
Okay.
Let's try.
How's it going?
Good, and you?
Doing all right. Man.
it's okay.
So, how did you learn English?
Oh, how? Well, series, movies, conversations.
okay.
Conversations with little people. With sorry, how do you say?
Children?
With childrens. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and yes, and in Colombia, I have. How do you say primo?
Cousin?
A cousin.
You have a cousin?
Yes, I have a cousin. And
Who speaks English?
no,
Oh.
his family or my uncle buy some course or
Okay. A course?
yes, and they don't take the course.
Oh.
So my uncle was so. What is supposed to do with the course? So they call me and tell me what
How
Well,
did they know you wanted to learn English?
Sorry, sir?
How did they know that you wanted to learn English?
Yes, because they know that I want to go here to United States, so they think, oh, you want to go? So we have this course, so
Yeah.
take it and
What was it called? Do you
practice.
remember what it was called? The course?
The course was Smart.
Smart.
Smart Academy.
Smart Academy. All
Yes.
right.
There in
Okay.
Colombia.
And were you already planning on coming here, or you were just? Why did you want to come to the United States? How did they? Why did you want to come to the United States?
Woof. When I was 16 years old, I heard something about the Rio Grande Bible Seminary. So, I think, well, that's what I want to do, or that's what I need, because I think I want to serve God with all what I am. I don't want to live a life to be here on earth when everything that I want is in the heavens. So I want to live a life to go to heaven,
Yeah.
and praise the Father with my life here. So I think, well, I need to prepare.
You were
To-
17 or 16?
16 years.
Okay.
16
How old are
years.
you now?
I'm 25 years.
Okay. So you didn't come. You didn't come here when you were 16.
No.
What did you do first? Like you did come eventually.
No.
So what?
Because I say to my father, well, I want to go, and they talk to me and say, no, you don't go.
Okay.
What? Because you are a pastor in a church, and your son is saying to you, I want to serve to God, and you are saying to me, no. And what? But yeah, my
Your
father
father's
was
a pastor.
Yes.
And you said, I want to go study at a
Yes.
seminary.
Yes,
And you
at the
said,
seminary. And he said no.
Okay.
So, but he's so wisdom, so intelligent, and the reason for that is, we receive a consejo.
Counsel?
We receive counsel from other friends and brothers in Christ, and they tell us that the best option is first go to university or have an art, something that you can do, and then go to the seminary. And that's what we do. First of all, I go to the university and I receive a degree in psychology.
Psychology.
And
How long was that program? Was it 4 years?
5 years.
5 years.
5
years of study.
Yes,
At
5
the
years of
university.
study at the university.
Studying psychology.
Psychology.
And
yes.
then after that, is that when you came?
Yes. After that, I came, but at the same time when I was studying the psychology, I was studying electromechanical technique studies.
Electromechanic?
Electromechanic, and
How
I
are
worked
you-
as a electromechanic,
Okay. So
Yes.
more like a trade. Like for...
like a technical program,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a technician.
Okay.
or-
Interesting.
yes.
Because
yes.
those are kind of two different things, psychology
Yes.
and electrician.
Sometimes I made some kind of jokes saying that when I was working, I'm with the baker ovens,
Uh-huh.
and saying, oh, what's wrong with you? Tell me something. Tell me what are you wrong?
Why are you
What
not working?
Yeah, why are you not
okay,
working?
okay.
Tell me something. But yeah, no, that's so different. But in this process, God is working on my heart, show me that I'm not enough, that He is enough, that I'm not the kind of the man that I pretend to be. or I imagine that
Wow.
that I was. So, so my heart was broken, was humble, or humillado, was
Humbled.
humbled, and then I came here.
Okay. So, almost like 8 or 9 years after you first wanted
Yes.
to study the Bible, you are here studying the Bible.
Yes.
Your father's a pastor. Or
Yes.
do you want to be a pastor? Or what is it that you believe the Lord is calling you to? What
Yes.
kind of ministry?
Yes. I don't know.
Okay.
At the moment, I don't think that I have the call to the pastor ministry,
Okay.
but I don't say that no.
Okay. Okay.
But at this moment, I want to be an educator,
okay.
work or serve as a teacher.
Okay.
'Cause-
So you're in the Christian education.
Christian education.
emphasis.
I'm in the Christian education emphasis.
All right.
'Cause, my passion is teaching others how to think, how to be logical, how to be,
Okay.
that our faith, yes, it's a faith, but it's a faith based on the Bible, based on the truth, the real truth, the total truth of the gospel.
Yes.
Not in something on the air,
Yeah.
based
Okay.
on nothing. No,
Okay.
that's not the faith, or that's not the Christian faith. The Christian faith is based on the truth, total truth of the gospel.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so we've talked about when you first started wanting to come. We talked about the process of you getting here.
Yes.
Why you're here. We know that you're from Colombia.
Yes.
I think we still don't know your name.
Yes. It was a great conversation, so we forget.
All right. So what's
my
your
name.
full name?
My full name is Juan David Rojas Lopez.
Okay, Juan David Lopez
Rojas.
Rojas Lopez.
Lopez, yes.
There we go. All right. And you work in the admissions department now.
Admissions
Part of the
department.
team of those who are helping students
Others,
apply and come
Yes.
to the Bible College. And right now we are, your offices are
Yes,
that way,
right there.
right? So,
Yes.
so pretty close. Did you just get off work?
No.
Oh.
In maybe 1 hour, maybe.
Oh, okay. So you still have a little bit of
Yes.
more work to do. Okay. Well, I know there is way more to the story,
Yes.
but I think we've hit our 10-minute limit.
Yes.
So we'll get the rest of the story another time.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for asking to me.
All right. This podcast is a part of Rio Grande Bible Ministries. If you want to learn more about the Bible College, that's in Spanish, the language school to learn Spanish, the radio station, or Bibleville, or any of the other ministries of Rio Grande, find us at riogrande.edu. That's our website, riogrande.edu. And if you want to interact with the podcast, if you want to ask questions, give us feedback, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, searching for Entre Hermanos. Make sure to add Rio Grande to your search, and we will be the first ones to show up. Thank you for listening to our podcast, Entre Hermanos, which means Between Brothers.